What's up, guys? Let's talk portion control and portion size. I have gotten so many messages about, in the past, now, what do I eat? How much do I eat? When do I eat? Look, no one can tell you when to eat, okay? You guys keep looking at all this Instagram and Facebook, pretty people, and they say, oh, I eat, small meal every 2 hours. It doesn't work that way. There's so many jobs out there that you can't eat every 2 hours. There's a lot of careers that you can't eat every 3 hours, okay? So I call bullshit on a lot of this nutritional things, and I'm allowed to. I've lost over 225 pounds in not a very long time, and I made things work. I would sometimes have to wait 5 hours to eat. I sometimes could eat every 2 hours. Sometimes I could eat every 4 hours. Sometimes I couldn't eat until lunch, and I didn't. And I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So I still lost weight. I still was able to do things. My body didn't go backwards. I just had to fill the void. That's really what that came down to. And I had to learn all this. Everybody wants answers and be told like there's this magic remedy and the magic formula and you're going to lose weight. It's not going to happen, you guys. And I have told so many people that. And people look at me at first like, gosh, what a dick. And then all of a sudden they realize, whoa, he was actually true. He can't tell me exactly. I can give everybody a guideline. Okay, I can say eat this, eat that, eat these, when, how, but you have to make it work for you. I don't go to your job or your life, or I don't have children or your kids or your life. You have to learn how to eat properly for your life, and you have to adapt to those things. Okay, but the general rule is you guys need to start educating yourself on caloric intake and reading labels. Okay, you guys look at things and go, okay, there's 125 calories in this. Is it one serving? Is it two servings? Is it a quarter serving? Are there 5 servings in this package and you're eating all 5 and not realizing you just buckled 1,200 calories at one sitting? That is where you and everybody else need to educate themselves. I had to do the same thing, right? When I first started, I would go to this nutritionist over here, and this nutritionist would say, hey, eat 1.5 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Okay? So if I'm almost 500 pounds, I'm buckling the protein. I get to eat 600 grams of protein. Then you go over to this guy, and this guy goes, oh, no, that's wrong. You need to eat 1.2 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is this? Body weight, lean mass, right? So you have to figure things out. It's not easy, okay? It's hard. It's easy to eat like shit. You just eat whatever the fuck you want to eat, right? You go to the store, you throw everything in the cart, you go home, you consume it, cool. Well, you're fat. That's not the way to do it. You have to start learning how to do things a complete opposite way. So that's why I hate the word diet. You need to change your lifestyle. You need to change your eating habits. Okay, so here's some math for you guys to figure these things out. And I want you guys to really take these numbers and look at it because they're not really hard. You can get on the old Google and figure this out. Okay, every protein and every carbohydrate that you eat carries 4 calories for every gram you eat. Okay, so think about what I just said, right? Protein, carbohydrates. Every gram of protein or carbohydrate has 4 calories per gram. Fats have 9 calories per every gram of fat you eat. Okay, do the math. 10 grams of fat, 90 calories, right? So you guys can figure that out. And then you guys start realizing, holy shit, are we eating a ton of food? So when we go to grandma, grandpa's, daddy's, mommy's, who's ever, right, for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and you got this big ass plate of food, right? And that's the funny thing. In the 50s, paper plates were like this big. Now they're like this. It's because they want you to eat more food. They want you to consume more. And we love it, right? We feel full. Us emotional eaters, we keep eating till we're full because it makes us feel better, right? Food doesn't talk back to us. Food doesn't call us names. Food doesn't call you a bitch or you're a loser or you're a piece of shit. Food doesn't do that. Yet, food's killing us. So is it really our friend? That's another topic. But, I am now 240 pounds. I was 485 pounds. I was not going to just add a zero. Someone said, take your body weight, add a zero, subtract 500. Well, that's bullshit too, okay? What I did was I found a happy medium. And then I started to learn what my body was starting to do, right? So people would say, well, how many carbs do I have? And how many fats do I have? Do the numbers. Take your body weight. So just for my sake, just for my example, not everybody was 485 pounds when they started. So let's say 300 pounds. Let's just give you an idea of what 300 pounds looked like for me. At 300 pounds, I was eating about 220 grams of protein. I was eating less than 100 grams of carbohydrates. I don't do well on carbs, okay? I do not do well on carbs. Carbohydrates and I have never really gotten along, okay? Pastas, rices, breads, anything, I get diarrhea right after I eat it. I'm in the bathroom. So you just eat, you go eat sushi, and guess what? You're having to go to the bathroom. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it, and you guys know I really don't care. These are the things that have to be talked about, okay? So grams of fats, I will eat probably about 75 to 150 grams of fat every single day. So, 20 almonds sometimes in 3 of my meals. I might have 2 or even 3 tablespoons of butter if I'm cooking a big amount of food. I don't really care about the healthy fats. The healthy fats, right? We've had this discussion. Grass-fed butters, olive oil, macadamia nut oil, nuts, Brazilian nuts, almonds, they're really good. They're a great fat source for you. My carbohydrates come in the form now of either vegetables or a liquid carbohydrate. I use a product called Carboline. Comes 50 grams of carbs. So after I work out is when I consume most of my actual carbohydrates. I now drink my greens. I have a product that's coming out soon that's all greens because I'm not a huge fan of vegetables. People say, oh, eat a pound of broccoli. Who the fuck is going to eat a pound of broccoli? No one is. No one wants to. There are some people that love vegetables, and I got nothing but respect for you. Trust me. I say that tenfold. I have nothing but respect for people that can just pound vegetables all day. I can't. That shit gets boring. And if you steam them, you take all the nutrients out. So there are these vegetable raw eaters that can consume it. I give you guys all the credit in the world because I can't do that shit. So I rather drink mine. It's just easier. And again, convenience. Food is a pain in the ass. Prepping is a pain in the ass. Now, if you're starting out and you and your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your partner, it's a fun thing for you guys. I've been at this for 4 years, okay? So food prepping, that shit gets boring after a while. And it's hard. Saturday, Sundays, you're barbecuing 20 chicken breasts for the week or 10 steaks, whatever it is. After a while, it gets boring. So I consume liquid meals sometimes where my Green Ogre shakes come in because I just don't want to prep food. And I'm not an advocate of convenience. I'm not someone to say, protein shakes and Green Ogre shakes are better. No, it works for me. I get up at 3 o'clock every day. I have to be to work by 4:30 or 5. Do you really want to cook eggs and sit there in the kitchen at 4 a.m.? No. It's easier for me to consume this stuff in a shake, and that carries me over into about 8 o'clock, so then I can actually have a real meal. But portion size, here it is. Men, 6 to 8 ounces of meat. I've stuck to this completely. And then someone's going to say, is it cooked or is it not cooked? It's cooked, okay? It's freaking cooked. Just remember you lose about 2 ounces of what you cook. So if you cook an 8-ounce chicken breast, when it's done, it's going to come out to about 6 ounces, okay? Women, 4 to 6 ounces. 4 to 6 ounces is a very good amount of protein. And remember, right, in protein, there are calories, right? And every gram carries a protein number. Every gram carries a carb number. Every gram carries a fat number. So remember, fats, 9 calories per gram, okay? Protein and carbohydrates, 4 calories per gram. So if you guys are eating 35 grams of protein in one meal, you're doing really, really well, okay? If you're eating, 20 grams of carbs, if you guys like rice or you guys like brown rice or sweet potatoes, and I love sweet potatoes, trust me, but I get tired of them quickly. So I then go to rice, but then I'm in the bathroom. So my life is wrapped around fats and proteins with a little bit of carbohydrates. And those carbohydrates just come after I exercise. And, we're talking whether it's cardio, whether it's leg day, whether it's back day, arms, chest, shoulders. I consume my carbohydrates after I work out because that is when I'm most depleted. Okay? So everybody makes this so difficult, and I try to make these videos and I try to make them shorter, and it's already 10 minutes and I don't really give a shit. Some people can turn it off, but the thing about it is you guys have to look at the whole, right? You look at a chicken breast, but then people want to put ketchup, or they want to put mayonnaise, or they want to put barbecue sauce. You guys aren't looking at the calories in that barbecue sauce. You're not looking at the sugar grams in that barbecue sauce. So then you guys sit around and go, well, I'm still not losing a lot of weight. But you guys aren't looking at the fact that, you're not using spices and herbs to make flavoring on your food. And we want to throw all the good shit on our food, right? We have a baked potato, and then people want sour cream, and they want onions, and onions aren't bad for you, but, they want cheeses, and they want this, and they want that. Next thing you know, you got this potato that was a potato. Now it's just a pile of calories. And then we eat meats on top of that. And then we have vegetables, and there's people that are pouring cheese sauce. They're thinking, well, because I'm eating broccoli, they're pouring cheese sauce. No, that's not the part of eating healthy either. So it's common sense. A lot of this is common sense. A lot of this is basic knowledge. Everyone wants their new healthy way of eating perfect, yet you've been eating like shit for 20 years, right? So you have to change your habits. So you eat the fucking opposite. Right? We go right to the grocery store. We go right into the center of the grocery store, and we just go in and out of all these aisles. That's where I stopped shopping. I shop on the outside, right? Outside fruits, vegetables, outside's meats, outside's dairy. I consume tons of eggs every day, right? I do actually put sour cream in my eggs, but then I don't cook a bunch of it in butter, because with the sour cream fat, right, and the butter fat, I don't want that much fat. So it's a balance. I guarantee, I'll tell you guys what. Take today or tomorrow, the way you usually eat. Write everything down, and then go back and look at what you ate. Take the numbers, and listen, Google will tell you. Just search it. I'm not making this shit up. Go search. Ask the Google, how many calories in a gram of protein? And it'll tell you there's 4 calories per gram of protein, 4 calories per gram of carbohydrate, 9 calories per gram of fat. Now, take those numbers and multiply it on the total of what you ate today or tomorrow. And I guarantee you're going to start seeing things where you're like, whoa, that's why I'm so big. And on top of that, you're not exercising to burn all that. Do that day in, day out, you have obesity, you have weight gain. Your child, you're feeding them macaroni and cheese, and you're feeding them garbage because that's what they like. You're not feeding them healthy, because sometimes for parents it's hard. You can't afford the good foods. I promise you, you guys could eat cheaper. Healthier foods cheaper if you learned the labels, if you learned the numbers, all of that together. All works. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it. So many people want to watch their TV show at night. What's taking a half hour to look at numbers, to actually add, subtract, and look at the foods you're eating over versus your children continuing to be fat, or you to be fat over a fucking TV show because you worked from 8 to 5. I wished I had a job that I worked 8 to 5. That'd be awesome. But I had to figure all this out while I worked. So if I can do it, I'm not very smart. Okay, I'm not very technical savvy either. I'm still stupid on this thing, but I promise you, if you take the time and do a little bit of research, you'll figure it out. Then when I go back and I tell people this is what I ate for meal 1, you're going to be like, damn, that dude's getting 300 calories. And then meal 2, damn, that dude just got 375 calories. Well, meal 5, meal 6, okay, that dude just ate 2,650 calories, and now I know how much protein he ate, how much carbs he ate. Then you guys can adapt it to your life. Then you guys aren't sitting here saying, how much do you eat? When do you eat? Because what I do is going to be different from what you do. Okay? Your goals and my goals are different. I've lost the weight. My goals now are to maintain. I like the 235, 245 range. That 10-pound flux, I'm cool. I put on 5 pounds in the month of December because I own a business. I'm starting a new business. I'm not doing as much cardio as I would like to, and I'm eating, right? I got clients that are bringing me stuff, and guess what? I'm not afraid to eat it, but I do know that I'll back it up with my workouts. So I hope this kind of gives you guys an idea. leave your comments below. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell everybody to email me a question. And then I'm going to make a big ass YouTube video on answering all these questions and see if that actually will help. So let me know. We'll go from there.